This is Ismailia in December 2022. The Suez Canal. If Michael Portillo can do British railways and some foreign railways, I thought Michael Turner can do some canals. And I was here in 1978 and 1982. And the first videos I did on YouTube were at the Panama Canal. Then I went to Corinth in Greece. Now 40 years and 44 years later, I'm back here at Ismailia. The kilometre wide canal here is taking southbound ships. And just behind the ship there is a route of a ferry, which you can see on the left bank. And I swam across the canal as an adventurous or somewhat reckless 23-year-old, and I came back on the ferry in a van full of tomatoes. Now here's a bit of a story about the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal represents the culmination of centuries of effort to enhance trade and expand the empires of Egypt by connecting the Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. But it was Ferdinand de Lesseps, the French consul to Egypt, who persuaded the idea to its conclusion. In 1854, de Lesseps presented his proposal to the Egyptian Khedive Said Pasha, who authorized him to excavate the canal. Work began in 1859. A decade later, the canal was completed amid much fanfare. With two small fleets, one originating in Port Said and the other in Suez, they met at this new town of Ismailia on the 16th of November 1869. The canal was declared open and Africa was officially severed from Asia. Now, ownership of the canal remained in French and British hands for the next 86 years, until, in the wake of Egyptian independence, President Gamal Abdel Nasser revolutionized the canal in 1956. He nationalized it, and the two European powers, with the help of Israel, invaded Egypt in an attempt to retake the waterway by force in what became known as the Suez Crisis. They were forced to retreat in the face of widespread international condemnation. Times have changed. Today, the Suez Canal remains one of the world's most heavily used shipping lanes, with just under 50 ships passing through the Suez each day. That's about one every half hour. And yearly toll revenues amount to US dollars of 50 billion. In 2014, Egypt's President Sisi launched a plan to further capitalize on the canal's importance. A new 35-kilometer long channel running parallel to the original canal was constructed, effectively turning the canal into a two-lane water highway for part of its length and allowing larger ships to traverse it. Initially costed $4 billion, the new canal project quickly ballooned in costs, with 43,000 workers involved in the construction and a price tag thought to be nearer $8 billion by the completion date. Nevertheless, it was completed and opened with much pomp and ceremony in August 2015. And if you pan the camera to the left, I'm very pleased to be in this video because it's been a 40-year wait. I teach about canals, especially at summer school, and this canal is about 120 miles long. And in places there are lakes, so it's very, very wide. But to be here in December, when it's about 23 degrees, cloudless sky, not oppressively hot like it would be in summer, at this beach club at Ismailia, is certainly a true delight of a place to spend the Christmas or getting away from the cost of living crisis.